Oh, yeah. You know what time it is. It's time for your daily bread. This is the dailybreadproject.com. This is where we bring you the light, the love, the power, all that is good in the world. I'm going to bring this thing live to Facebook. And while I'm doing that, I'm going to share something. If you're listening on iTunes or Stitcher or anywhere else, probably a couple days behind. That's just the way our workflow is right now. I don't know how to do it any better. But if you want to be up on the most recent shows, number one, we do this at 10 a.m. Eastern daily. And number two, you can go to thedailybreadproject.com. And at the very top of the page, you will see the latest video because we do these in video. And you can get up to date. You can share. You can subscribe. You can do all sorts of things at thedailybreadproject.com. Right now, I'm going to bring us up on the Facebook. And then we will dig into what I have for you today, and it is a quick reading. So, to give you an update, switching things up a little bit, and the reason I told you about the fact that if you're listening on iTunes or Google or anywhere else, you're probably a couple days behind is because I am doing something new today. I'm calling it Momentum Monday. And what I wanted to do on Mondays is bring you something to start your week with power. Now, we usually do interviews, and they're great, but I wanted to give you a quick hit to start your Monday with power. And that's what I'm doing today. I'm going to give you a reading from one of my favorite books. I do devotionals every day, and I've got a bunch of bookmarks here. So I got plenty to share with you and not enough time to share. And that's why I decided, hey, Mondays are just for you and me. Mondays are for us to be together. So I'm going to share this thing to my personal page. And remember, 10 a.m. Eastern, the Daily Bread Project coming at you every day. Boom, shared that to my timeline. Now I can focus on what's important, and that's us. So I do devotionals. I've got all kinds of different readings. I've got my Bible right here. I've got a couple other devotional books that refer back to the Bible. And I found this one really interesting. And I read this a couple weeks ago, had it tagged to share with you. But since I'm always doing interviews, didn't have time to share it. And finally, here with this Momentum Monday, I can share it with you. Momentum Monday. I like the alliteration. We'll see if that sticks. So this is from Jesus Calling. And I got this book as a gift when I completed my first degree of the Knights of Columbus. My sponsor, Norm, gave this book to me, and it's been incredibly valuable, and I'm happy to be sharing it with you. So let's jump into this. And I'll share the readings on the notes, where these readings come from. But let's go and rock this right now. Trust me and don't be afraid. Many things feel out of control. Your routines are not running smoothly. You tend to feel more secure when your life is predictable. Let me lead you to the rock that is higher than you and your circumstance. Take refuge in the shelter of my wings, where you are absolutely secure. When you are shaken out of your comfortable routines, grip my hand tightly and look for growth opportunities. Instead of bemoaning the loss of your comfort, accept the challenge of something new. I lead you on from glory to glory, making you fit for my kingdom. Say yes to the ways I work in your life. Trust me and don't be afraid. Is this beautiful or what? I mean, this is so perfect right now and on so many levels. Because if you're listening to the dailybreadproject.com and you've heard our interviews with all these great, smart, powerful, positive people, you have heard this. You have heard this before. You've heard to not complain about what's going on. Instead, take advantage of the opportunity you have in front of you. Lean into your faith more. Trust God. Trust that He has a plan for you, and trust that we will get through this. I mean, this is so beautiful. And if you want to pick up this book, Jesus Calling, this is page 110. And the readings are Isaiah 12, 2, Psalms 61, 2 through 4, and 2 Corinthians 3:18. And I'll put that in the notes. But how perfect is this, and how in line is it with everything that we've been talking about here on the Daily Bread? And I will tell you that I have learned a lot from doing this show. I've learned so much from so many good people, and I keep on learning. And um, who was it? Man, I'm gonna mess up here because I can't remember the interview, but I'll share a link to it because I'll find it. But one of our guests told us not to, like, stop trying to be the man all the time. Stop trying to act like you're so powerful and so in control, because you are not so in control all the time. And he shared turning it over to God once in a while. And that really hit home to me, and it really touched me. And I was thinking, yeah, I do that. I try to be the man. I try to be a tough leader. I try to be in control, even when I'm not. And him giving me that little piece of advice, just turn it over to God once in a while. I was suffering through some things and struggling, and I just lay down in bed and prayed and just asked God for help. And I never slept better. It was like all this weight was on my chest was taken off because I turned it over to God and asked him to help me. I humbled myself and realized that I can't do it all on my own. And it was a beautiful feeling. And it actually sparked off me praying every night. I pray with my son, and I pray when I lay down to sleep, just to thank God and to ask him for help and ask him for guidance. And it's a beautiful thing. But this reading today is amazing because there's so much good here. Yeah, we're out of our routines. Yeah, things seem crazy, but God has a plan for you, and trust in that plan and trust in God. And so for Momentum Monday, the first Momentum Monday ever, that's what I want to share with you. Trust in God, trust in the plan, and take this opportunity to get better. Now, that's the Daily Bread Project, bringing you love, bringing you light, bringing you positivity. If you found this helpful, if you found this useful, if you know somebody out there struggling that could use this, share it with them. Share some light with your neighbor. They need it right now. TheDailyBreadProject.com, coming at you 10 a.m. Eastern every day. TheDailyBreadProject.com is where you can get the latest videos, even before they're on iTunes, and some other resources as well. And tomorrow I will have a guest for you today, but today I wanted to give you a little momentum and get you started on the right foot. Love you guys. Mean it.